Welcome everybody to this great day, which is our International Women's Day celebration. We are very pleased that you're able to join us today. International Women's Day is important to us at Intelli Digest for many reasons. In a world made up of approximately 50% male and 50% female, it is crucial that women are empowered to excel in their chosen field. During International Women's Day celebration, as we celebrate women that have excelled in their sector, we are keen at Intelli Digest to empower other women through knowledge sharing and access to the right support so that they can boldly take the next step and drive change for a better society. Women farmers are central to global food production, and international efforts to transform food systems must place women right at the center. When we talk about food sustainability, what comes to mind? During COVID-19 pandemic, we witnessed situations where we went into the shops and we were faced with empty food shelves. This boils down to one of the big challenges of food sustainability, which is food insecurity. Food waste is also a big problem in our society. 1/3 of food grown for human consumption is currently wasted. So when we talk about food sustainability, food waste is really an important thing to consider. Maybe we don't really link food sustainability with malnutrition, but the less people have access to food, to nutritious food, the less they are able to live a better life. So when we try to address the problem of food sustainability, then we need to look into malnutrition as a problem that stems from food sustainability. Other health challenges we can consider are diabetes and obesity. People can only live healthy if they have the right food to consume. And this brings us to the global challenges we have. The UN Sustainable Development Goals have set the right targets to enable us to address these challenges. Now, very important, our current food production and consumption contribute to 26% of greenhouse gas emissions. And as we've seen in the previous slides, over 800 million people are currently malnourished. Connected very well to the food system are SDG 2, which is on zero hunger, SDG 3, which is on health and well-being, SDG 6, water and sanitation, SDG 12, responsible production and consumption, and ultimately SDG 13, climate action. If we really are going to make the right steps and create a more sustainable food system, we need to look at how do we work on most of the targets set in these specific SDGs to help us make the food system better. Now, to meet SDGs 2, 6, 12.3, and 13 by 2030, we need to ensure sustainable food production system by implementing more innovative and significantly resilient agricultural practices. Our new food system must be designed to eliminate waste and help maintain ecosystems globally. Our new system must also directly address climate change, including extreme weather, drought, flooding, and other related disasters. At Intelli Digest, we support the efforts of international agencies, development banks, research institutions, and food processing companies in supporting women food producers to excel in this sector. Our contributions to these efforts include targeted capacity building, partnership with key institutions, and developing new technologies to eliminate food losses and waste, as well as improving the distribution of food in the most efficient way so that we don't generate food waste in the first place. International Women's Day 2021 focuses on challenging the systems which perpetuate the inequalities women face. We would like to focus this call to action on working more closely with stakeholders to end gender bias and inequality in global food production. As we celebrate this important day on March 8th, We will continue to promote all women stakeholders operating the food system. Our mission at Intelli Digest is to empower global food sustainability. We look forward to a world where gender inequality is a thing of the past, and rural women are empowered to move from subsistence farming to more climate-focused food production and processing using advances in technology. We very much appreciate Women's Engineering Society, Royal Academy of Engineering, and STFC Food Network. They're working with us in association to deliver this event to you today. And I hope that through this event, we can drive towards a more sustainable food system. Thank you very much for joining us today. And we really appreciate your time.
Do you see value in climate sustainability labeling on food products?
I think it's good to have the climate sustainability labeling on food products, but then the next question will be educating people and letting them understand what that information is meant, and also how do you standardize that information on a global scale. So so that, because that's a challenge we're having with plastic labeling, whether it's recyclable or not recyclable. So we need to start from working with UNFCCC and UNFAO to start looking at how do we standardize this so that on a global scale, wherever you are in the world, you look at a food package, a food that you're going to buy, you will tell what is the climate sustainability for that food. And by reading that, you will know immediately without needing further clarification what that simply means for that particular food you're trying to consume. And I think, one of the things we do at Intelli Digest is to create infrastructure to enable businesses in the food system and stakeholders in the food system to be able to take on and do the right thing. One of the things we want to do is also help people understand where their food is coming from. So as much as possible, have less packaging and less information on packaging so that people could actually know, even before they're purchasing their food, where the food is coming from. And I think, Catherine, you're doing some work on this already. And these are the kind of things we want to promote at Intelli Digest, create that infrastructure so that people buy foods, not just because of the cosmetic value, but because of the nutritional value in that food. And then that completely changes people's mindset, and also helping people within the local market to local setting to grow food locally. And that's one of the key things our solutions will be doing in the food system, because we can then produce sustainable chemicals and nutrients from food waste that can then be used in sectors like cellular protein, hydroponics, which is vertical farming, and also helping people understand that this food is produced locally. This is nutrient content. Even before you buy it, you know that this food is going to provide this nutrient for me that makes me live a healthy life. So I think there's a lot that could be changed, but like most of the speakers have mentioned this morning, when we're making that change, how do we make it in the most positive way so that we don't create an additional problem? So when we talk about labeling, how do we provide that information so that at the end of the day, we don't create another issue in the market, because we need to have a lot of labeling, and then the labeling becomes a challenge to recycle. So those are the kind of questions we need to answer. And these are the things that Intelli Digest, we very much position based on our research work and engagement with the wider sector to help the food system to do, and also help the society so that people have a better mindset towards how they take food and how they make use of the food that they buy in, to help them with their health and improve their nutrition.